Memorizing the Ten Commandments in just a few minutes. I'm your host, Mr. Dan Egan. I wanted to share with you how to remember your Ten Commandments in just a few minutes. And in just a few minutes, we're going to get into that. This comes from this book, Memorize the Faith by Dr. Kevin Vost. It is very good and it gives you a technique for remembering not just your faith, but all sorts of things. It can be found at drvost.com or sophiainstitute.com. This book, inside this book, you go through and make a false memory of visiting a place and decorating it with things that will help you memorize a whole list of things. And I'll show you how it's done here with our 10 commandments. So here we have a picture. So while there is a physical drawing here, what you want to do is actually imagine yourself experiencing going through this. So you might want to watch the video once and then listen to it a second time and visit it in your mind. And that is where the memorization comes in and makes it very easy. All right, so let's start. We are going to walk through the store. Imagine you're walking through the store, and as you walk through the store, you hear a crashing sound. It's a terrible crashing sound, and that is the crashing of idols. Statues of false gods, and that is to help us remember, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. And so, as you open the door, you hear this terrible sound to remind you not to worship false idols. Next, we have this rug. You come to a rug, and this rug starts speaking terrible, blasphemous things at you. And that is to remind you to not take God's name in vain. Okay? So the speaking rug is to remind you not to speak or say God's name in vain. Next, we come over here to this window and we notice, oh, it's a very nice day out. It's a nice sunny day. It's a nice sunny day out to remember to keep holy the Lord's day. Next, we go to the other side of the door and we see there's a picture of our parents. And that picture is to remind us to honor our father and our mother. Okay, so just a quick review. We come through the door, crashing idols. Don't worship anybody but God. Next, this blasphemous rug, keep holy the Lord's name. And then we look outside, it's a nice sunny day. Keep holy the Lord's day. And there is a picture of our parents there. Honor thy father and thy mother. Continuing on, we notice on the wall to our left, so you're going to have to turn to your left in your mind, there is a gun rack and all the guns are locked up. They're all locked up, and so they're unable to kill anyone. And that reminds us, thou shalt not kill. We turn directly around. So you imagine if you're looking at the gun rack, you turn directly around. You see your neighbor's wife in the middle of the room. That is to remind you not to commit adultery. Okay? Don't commit adultery. And she is standing under a steel chandelier. That's supposed to be a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. She's standing under a steel chandelier. Thou shalt not steal. Okay? And then you looking beyond these things to the far side of the wall, you see a mirror, and it's a wavy mirror, like at a carnival or a circus, where it makes you have a really fat head and a really skinny body. And so it's distorting your image, it's lying. And that is to remind us that thou shalt not bear false witness against our neighbor. So let's back up here and review. Thou shalt not kill with the guns. We turn around. There's our neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not commit adultery. She's standing under a steel chandelier. Thou shalt not steal. And there is a mirror that is lying about us. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. The last two, you then see that your neighbor's wife is sitting on this bench. She goes and sits down on this bench, and to remind you, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. And in this bench, there are some drawers filled with your neighbor's goods, which makes you wonder, since your neighbor's wife is there and that's their neighbor's goods, have you even walked into the right house? But anyway, you inside the drawers in your neighbor's goods, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. So let's review these last ones. The steel chandelier, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness with the mirror. Don't covet your neighbor's wife. And don't covet your neighbor's goods sitting on the bench with the goods. So hopefully, given what you want to do now is maybe go back and re-listen to this with your eyes closed and imagining you're doing these things. And I'm telling you, you will have these things down in no time. In just a few minutes, you will have these things down. Again, they come from this book, Memorize the Faith by Dr. Kevin Vost. It can be purchased here at drvost.com or sophiainstitute.com. I highly recommend it, not just for the faith, but for everyone. Thank you for listening. God bless your studies. Bye-bye.